Welcome to a pretty gloomy and somewhat windy Sweden, and to my channel again. Autumn is really pressing on here, so what better place to be than inside of a nice and cozy and warm workshop. Right now the least cozy bit of the workshop are these doors. So I'll just have to get inside and press on and finish the new pair that I'm gonna hang here. Here's where I left the doors last time I worked on them, and here's where it will continue. I'm going to put the insulation in, some wind membrane also on this side, mainly to keep the insulation in place and avoid any dust particles from it getting out. Pretty nasty stuff, this glass wool insulation, but I found it for free from the recycling station, most of it. You should wear a mask when you are working with stuff like this, of course. And I did before when I had a lot of it all around in here, when I did the walls and the roof. But for this small amount I'm just trying to handle it carefully, not having it right up into my face. Would be nicer to work with some sort of ecological alternative, but I am on a very tight budget, and I also like recycling. People throw tons and tons of insulation material away all the time, like whole bales of insulation sheets that's not even been opened because they have one or two bales left from some project, and I think it's totally stupid. Time for cladding. cracks running all the way down this board. Fortunately I have one more long board. I will use this for trim around the windows later, I think, because then I will have to split it anyway, so I can get rid of this crap in the middle. Combination plane is still set like I left it, so it should only be a matter of fastening the board to the bench and get planing. And also the sun has come out. Now it's almost a shame to be in here when the weather outside is so nice, but still I have to do this. And I also enjoy doing this, so I'm not complaining. Planing is a lot quicker now than the last time when I got on the hang of it. I had used the combination plane before, but never to make beads. That was a little bit trickier. But now I'm enjoying it a bit more than last time, and the results are also a bit better and quicker. So I'll just do this last 4 shorter pieces, and then I can start cladding the door. Works smoothly, just as last time. There you see it. So that will overlap. This is exactly the same procedure as when I clad them on the outside. 3 short ones in the middle, a long one at the edge, the one with the bead because it's on the inside, and then I finish with one of these unbeaded. I should have made 1 half lap on, of course. Okay, I'll have to get back to that later. No problem.
Det här går inte. Jaha, bygger vi dörrar?
Ja. Det ska vara det.
Ja, lite... Det blir nice.
Det tror jag. Right, it's a new day again here in the workshop. I had to stop yesterday to rehearse with my band before I could finish the doors. So I'm just gonna do that now, and let's see if I also have the time to start fitting the hinges before the day is over. These will be really short pieces indeed, but that's all I need. Sort of tight here. You can just force it. A little bit of force doesn't hurt. If you have to force it too much, on the other hand, you'll have to stop and find a different way. Before I can use the circular saw, I have to plane down the frame for the window, because when I planed the cladding down to 20 millimeters, it came a little bit below the level of the window frame, because that was adapted for a cladding thickness of 22. As you can see here, there is a very visible gap here now, so I have to, if I put the guide for the circular saw here, it will not cut straight. I need it to be flat, and it will lay like that. if you need to plane an edge like this that goes all the way down to an edge, or a rebate, which this really isn't, just protruding cladding boards, you can't really use a regular bench plane because the blade doesn't cut all the way out to the sides of the sole. Then you need something like this. This is my standing number 10, and that's excellent for trimming rebates and tenons and everything, because it cuts all the way down. This was against the grain, of course. I'm going to try to show something properly. Let's see if this angle works for the camera at all. But you get the idea. I can plane it all the way down to this edge. And there is a trick with these planes. You usually have to adjust the blade towards the edge you are cutting down to. In this instance, I'm holding it like that, so I cut down to this side, and the blade has to go out all the way to the edge here. It actually goes a little bit past the edge. I hope you can see that on the camera. And then you have to adjust it a little bit with a hammer, really carefully, not all the way out to the point of the grinding face, but just inside of it, like adjusting an old wooden plane. If it protrudes too much, it makes a groove in the edge you're planing to. If it doesn't protrude enough, it will leave a little line that's not planed properly. This was the last cladding board I put on, and I cut it roughly to width on the table, so I was expecting to have to plane this. Some really annoying knots along the edge here. I might have to chisel that a little bit. Another one. Okay, I will just press on and finish the cladding on this second door, and after that it's time to look at the door posts and the door frame. I accumulated a lot more shavings during today's work. So I just take a few minutes and sweep the floor again. Here's the door frame where the doors are going to go instead of these old garage doors. And the original width was about 204 centimeters. But since I insulated the walls from the inside here, this section of wall came into the building quite a lot. So therefore the new door frame will have to be a bit narrower, and I built the doors for that. Hopefully the measurements are true. And on this side I will put the new post up instead of this little piece here that supports the lintel. The first thing I'll do is to adjust this side. Take off the doors and just fill in with timber here so I get a new post. Check the angle, because this wall is leaning a little bit, so I have to check so the new post will be 90 degrees from the base and up, and I'll build out from that. I said earlier that I was going to reuse these strap hinges, but because I built new doors with windows in them, I can't fit this kind of hinges, so I will use another type of hinges. I will probably save these anyway to use on something else in the future. Right now I'm not sure what, but they are totally useful still. Just not on the new doors. seems like the correct measurement from this door to here is not to this block but to here, so I will just have to take this away. I don't think it matters though, it doesn't take any load to speak of. And this plank is secured beyond it anyway, I can lose it without having any problems. As a first dry fit, it looks pleasing, but there will be a little bit of a hassle to make the door frame fit them. so the plan now is to put a new post in here. It's actually vertical. So up here the level was pretty flush and nice, so I cut out the same depth as regular 45mm post will need. Down here I had a gap of 2 centimeters, so I cut out a little bit less here and combined it's 45 here as well. Well, not exactly 45 since I did it with a chainsaw, but if I need to adjust it, I will. I'll just cut the beam now to fit here and use that as a post. Then I will have a straight post to hang the door from. I needed a 95mm, this is a 120, but I just have to cut it down a bit. Or I can use this one, it might be better. It's 195, if I cut that in half I have 295 beams, that's better. That's actually why I bought it, since they were totally out of 95mm beams on the lumberyard, so I took 195 to split it. So I don't really have any use for beams of this width anyway, so it's better to cut this one and save the 120 for something else. Right, let's go. I needed 192 millimeters, so I will cut it to 2 meters and do the final cut when I have it in place in the gate. Well, the width of it is totally fine. Just the length of it now. Actually, it was a really good idea to split this into 2 95mm beams, because I will need another one on the other side of the door anyway, of course. The joys of trying to make old crooked buildings turn straight. Of course, this wall with the door opening was also leaning in that direction, and more on this side than on that side. So I had to take out a wedge shape in the bottom of the beam here and add wedge shaped bits up to here to make this straight. Hopefully that does the trick, and hopefully this was the last strange and annoying adaptation I have to do before I can hang the doors. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, cool, that's done. I'm gonna secure it a bit, and then I'm moving on to this side. Temporarily secured by knife. I'm gonna put the nail there. This is going to be okay. So I'll screw it in place. It's getting late and dark and I'm getting tired. I miss half my hammer blows now, so it's time to quit. But
the doors are fitted, the cladding boards around the new door opening are there, so that's good. Next step is to mount the hinges, but that will have to wait for another day. Just one more little job before I finish tonight. I'm gonna use a little bit of this wind membrane and cover up the windows temporarily, because we have a lot of mosquitoes here. And I prefer to keep them outside. Also, there are a few wasps who are looking for winter shelters now. They tend to come in here as well. Well, it's been a testing day in some aspects, but I'm glad I finally have the doors in place, and I am really looking forward to fit the hinges and see how they work. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, comment if you want to, and please come back for more. And now I bid you good night.